And last but not least, man, last guy in this tier, man. This is the one. This is the one. This could have been debated. He could have been in the last tier, but we put him in this tier because the contract that he had is so contract friendly that even if you don't like him, you can't say I'm glad that he's not our QB, man. And that guy is Brock Purdy, man. So Rod, how do you feel about Brock Purdy heading into 2025?
Well, I'm going to start off by just saying a couple stats about Brock Purdy, Herbie, because when I saw these, I was actually surprised because it just goes to show you, in part one, how good their team was, and two, how good he was, right? Because I don't try to separate those too much, but I'll explain why.
Right. Because that's
Since
what everybody wants to do.
right. So since being a starter, Herbie, his passer rating in the league is 106.2, which ranks second in the league. He has thrown 62 passing touchdowns, which is seventh. He has a yards per attempt of 9 yards, which is first in the league.
That's
He
insane.
has passing yards per game, 256.7, seventh. Completion percentage, 67.7, seventh. Playoff wins. He has 4 playoff wins, which is tied for third in that span. And last season, despite the fact that the team went 6-11, he was seventh in QBR, not passer rating. He was seventh in QBR in 2024. Which, for those who don't know the difference, QBR is it's probably a better metric to kind of rank quarterbacks by.
Yeah,
It
because
kind
it
of
includes passing and rushing, and it
yeah.
includes how many sacks you take in negative plays. So it's way better than passer rating.
Now look, Herbie. Now, mind you, last season, Christian McCaffrey dealt with injuries, right? During weeks 12 through 7, Brock Purdy's time to throw fell dramatically. He used to have, before the Trent Williams injury, he had 3.1 seconds to throw. It dropped all the way to 2.7. So, and listen, half a second in the NFL, Herbie, is a lot of time. I don't think people understand that. I have a quarterback that has to throw the ball in 2.5 seconds, so I get it, right? And I've noticed, Herbie, that when I was watching the tape, defenses were more inclined to play cover two because they didn't have the threat of McCaffrey, right? When you have McCaffrey in the box, Herbie, teams are going to play single high. They're going to load the box because they're terrified of that guy, right? So Brock Purdy was put in a tougher position, Herbie, but I don't want that to take away from the good that he does for the 49ers, right? And I've seen some people compare him to Jimmy Garoppolo, and I think that's a super unfair comparison.
It's not. It's a stupid comparison. Like
Completely.
like they
Completely.
didn't want Jimmy Garoppolo to throw. He threw eight passes in a playoff win. Like Jimmy Garoppolo got to the point where they didn't even want him around, but they had nothing. They had no other choice. They had
Right.
no other choice. If you compare Jimmy Garoppolo to Brock Purdy, you're just an idiot. I'm sorry. It's
No,
that simple.
Herbie, it's 100%. And especially when you look at the fact that Purdy is someone who could actually run Shanahan's offense the way he wants it to run, right? He is someone who is accurate. He is someone who plays on time. He is someone who can anticipate. Brock Purdy, he doesn't get any credit for this, Herbie. Brock Purdy is not a quarterback that's like a sitting duck when the play breaks down. He actually scrambles. He actually runs out and makes plays. Like Brock Purdy is like, and you have to also imagine too, Herbie. He was missing Brandon Ayuk. He was missing Debo Samuel for points of the year, and Debo wasn't even the same when he got back. He was missing Christian McCaffrey. He missed his left tackle. I understand that people have a tendency to say, "Oh, when he didn't have all his weapons, he wouldn't be good." But Herbie, like, how many quarterbacks in the league are you going to take away all their weapons and they're not going to be good? Let me
Nah,
give you another
facts.
example. Joe Burrow and the Bengals were a team that was not good last year, right? Like, they were a team that struggled mightily all season, but Joe Burrow at least had his receivers. He had Jamar Chase. He had T. Higgins for much of the season, and the Bengals had the 25th ranked defense. But when you look at the 49ers, their defense was ranked like bottom 3. So Brock Purdy was working with a bottom 3 defense, and he was without basically all his weapons except for fucking Jennings and Kittle. So at the end of the day, Herbie, is like a quarterback still needs somebody to throw to.
Yeah,
Like, you could be
facts.
upset that he doesn't have the superstars that he has. That's not his fault. But when he is in the game and when he has capable talent, he has proven that he can take your team to a Super Bowl. The man went to 2 conference championships in back-to-back years. Like, I think people forget that sometimes, like, yeah, okay, you can play with a lot of talent, But how many quarterbacks have played with talent, Herbie, and they don't get past the first round? We've seen this
Mm-hmm.
time and time again. Not to throw your boy under the bus, Herbie, but the Cowboys have had some talented
Throw
teams
him
with
under
them.
the bus, man. Throw him under the bus and drive
Like,
over it. What do you mean
like,
not to
like,
throw
like
him over
that,
the bus?
like Dak Prescott has played with some talented teams, and they've struggled in the playoffs. And he's not
You can make
alone.
the argument. You can make the argument that Dak Prescott has played with all at one time more talent. If we're including offensive line, D line, back end play, running back, and wide receiver, you can make the argument Dak has played with more talent than Brock Purdy easily, easily. Like there was at a time when Dak Prescott had 3 Hall of Fame linemen on the O line at the same time. Like, like at the same time, Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and then the guard, I can't remember his name, all going to the Hall of Fame at the same time. Prime All Pro Ezekiel Elliott, fucking Des Bryant, part of Des Bryant, and then CD Lamb, of course. And what Dak do? Fucking throw an egg in the fucking playoffs, man. Lay an egg
which is
several
which
times.
which is my point. People always say that he has all the talent, and you know what? That was the kind of the argument people had, including myself, against Jalen Hurts. But you know what, Herbie? There's something to be said about the guy who makes the plays. There's something to be
Yeah.
said about the guy who makes the throws. Like we can't always, and your boy and Vic in the chat, he said it right now. My man said he'll take Purdy over Dak right now.
Hey, this ain't working, but we gonna do it. I don't know if you can hear it, but fine. Those are the air horns, dog. Listen, I'm out taking my damn self. Yes, I would absolutely take Brock Purdy over Dak Prescott too. That's why Dak was in the last tier, and Brock Purdy is in this tier, because we both feel that way. Like one thing about Brock Purdy, bro, he got heart. Like all of these guys in this tier that we're talking about right now, the reason why what separated them from the guys in the last tier, and if people who didn't watch that video, people in the last tier were Kyler Murray, Dak Prescott, Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Sam Darnold, and Justin Herbert. I like the football character of everybody in this tier more than a lot of those dudes in that previous tier,
Even if they're more talented.
even if they're more talented. Justin Herbert is significantly more talented than Brock Purdy. Dak Prescott is more talented than Brock Purdy. I will take Brock Purdy over both of them dudes just because I trust his football character. Like Justin Herbert is going to throw 4 interceptions in a playoff game, bro, because the lights got too fucking bright.
Shout out the trees. Shout out the trees.
All right, trees, that's nasty. Like that man's repping your alma mater, dog. Like that's nasty, Trez. Like that's nasty, nasty, nasty work, dog. You gotta if you a Mississippi State fan, you gotta ride with Dak, man. Come on, that's nasty, dog. That's nasty, dog.
Nasty work.
Like,
Nasty work.
you supposed to ride that thing till the wheels fall off, man. All right, man. So that is the tier, man. Let's recap, man. We got Justin Herbert. I mean, sorry. I apologize, man. Just to recap the tier, man. We got Jordan Love, Geno Smith, Jared Goff, Baker Mayfield, and Brock Purdy in the League of Extraordinary Middlemen, a.k.a. the best of the rest tier.
Oh, I almost forgot his comparison, Herbie, because
Oh, yeah. What's his comparison?
His comparison is the Invisible Man, right? And the reason why I gave him that comparison is because the way people who perceive football, really a lot of casual fans, they perceive Brock Purdy as like oh, he's only good because of what he has around him. But the reality is that he is part of what makes them work too. Yes, you could probably fit some other guys in there, but it would have to be guys who you would consider better than him, who are already good. So, when you look at it that way, Herbie, he may be the invisible man, but because of that, he's also part of the reason why they have a well-oiled machine when everything is working, right? And we're going to see a lot about him this season. We're going to see a lot about Brock Purdy because the 49ers had a lot of personnel changes. They lost some guys. They gained some guys. We're going to see a lot about the $1 million man, Herbie. $100 million man.
And we'll leave with this. Regardless of what you say about Brock Purdy saved the 49ers from the colossal mistake that was Trey Lance.
100%.
He saved their ass. Like, he saved their asses, man. So, yeah, man, all in all, man, great tier, man. Next week, we are getting into the top 8 and we're going to rank them. This is going to be the first time that we're ranking the guys. This is the top 8. If you're familiar with the tier so far, you should have an idea who is in the top 8. So we're going to go ahead through 8 through 6 next week. That is the franchise guy tiers. The franchise guys tiers, and then we got Club Elite, and then we got King